Hi, friends, family, welcome again. I hope everybody is doing okay. Thank you all for joining, guys. Go ahead and share right away. Let's go straight to business. Of course, we're here for just one reason. The new bombshell that Ash and his team just dropped on Saturday. That's what we're about to discuss now. So get ready, get your cup of water, tea, coffee, anything ready, because we are happy to get your perspective on board. So thank you once again, great team, for joining. Hi, Anita. How was your day today?
Hello everyone, Anita Olson from the UK. I'm good, I'm fantastic, happy. I'm still buzzing from the weekend, and I'm really pleased to be here tonight so that we can have a good gossip about Saturday. So yeah, hi, glad to be here.
Yeah, sure, it's worth it. A good gossip about Saturday is worth it because it was like, oh my God. So let's see what we've got. Hello, Collins. You need to unmute yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you again after a great webinar with our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, and the communication department, Dr. Soha, representing Onpassive so powerfully. Saturday was massive, and we are here to discuss that. Great to see you. Thank you, Comfort.
Sure, thank you, bro. Thanks, of course. So, Andy, let's hear from you. How are you doing, sir?
Awesome. Saturday was definitely a bombshell, and wow, what a difference. So, yeah, very excited.
Oh yeah, sure, indeed. The topic I had today, I picked it from Ash. He says we are now a landmark on the planet in Dubai. Sister Fumi, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Comfort. Hi, and good evening to everyone. Bra Andy, Bra Collins, Stanita, and everyone else that is joining us. Saturday was mind blowing, but you know what? We are still, just buzzing in that, atmosphere of top, the top that we have, new top that has been created, and it's mind blowing, mind blowing.
Oh yeah, sure, sure, indeed. So what we are doing this evening, guys, as you join in, just go ahead and start typing. Tell us, what did you see on Saturday? What actually did you take home, and what did it mean to you? So would like Andy to open the session for tonight. Thanks, bro.
For me, okay, so if any one of you have ever been to Dubai, I was lucky enough to live there, but with the system that they have in place, we've got a what do they call it? A metro system that has over 200 million people a year use this. There's 700,000 people daily. There are 900 areas at the station where Onpassive has got signage. There's a plaque outside the front that explains the history of Onpassive, both in English and in Arabic, like a a monument, you could say. I mean, it's just wow. We've been fighting against the big names, and you all heard of them. All of the big tech giants have been trying to do this, and we've won through. As a startup unicorn, that is something to be very exceedingly proud of. Back to you, Comfort.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. So when you say 900, you mean like in the entire Dubai, or just on the metro, or if you
Well,
can give us a...
in the station themselves, they've got various areas around. So there are a load of plaques being put on the wall, or screens that have Onpassive on them.
Yeah, yeah.
We're on a lot of the pillars on the Sheikh Zayed Road. We've got banners up on all along the Sheikh Zayed Road, in the shopping malls, in the Jumeirah Beach residence. And this behind me is the largest wrap ever.
I know.
It's just
Massive.
yeah. There's a picture of a car. I don't know if you wrong way. There's a picture of a car beneath me, so you can see that. Compare the size of the car with the size of the wrap.
I
Quite
know the car is
considerable.
like...
Yeah, it looks like
Oh
an
my
ant.
God. Yeah.
It's Amazing.
Oh, I mean, we really we stand out indeed. So, Collins, you know, especially this last week, and it keeps reminding me of this advert we used to have back home, MTN, everywhere you go. I think this is the real thing you find everywhere you go, because I'm afraid even blind people can feel Onpassive because it's just crazy. Oh wow! Thank you for that picture you just painted, Annie. So, Sister Fumi, what did you see? What did you take home? How does it feel like? Welcome, Sister Ekas.
For me, it was like, oh my goodness, that means, you know what, we're not competing with anybody in the market right now, but we're standing out positively, uniquely by ourselves, because for us to have our own a station named after Onpassive on the train line in Dubai with 700k people daily, that means whether people like it or not, we're going to have Onpassive imprinted on their subconscious, you know, every day, whether they want to have Onpassive in front of them or not. They are going to have it even in their subconscious, even if they don't literally go to www.onpassive.com. Is going to be there, because can you imagine sitting down there on the train daily, going to work and coming back from work, even if you don't get to Onpassive station? That means you're still going to come in contact with Onpassive by any of this looking. You're going to see the plaques on you know, the what do you call, information, what do you call it, in the train is going to have be displaying things about Onpassive. It's just mind blowing. I'll leave it there.
I know. I kept thinking, because I know myself, when I'm in the train, you know, if I don't know where I'm going, I don't have peace. I keep looking. You stick your eyes there and you're looking and looking and looking. You know, when you finally get it and you know I'm going, when you're stuck there, you know, like, what is this Unpassive thing? And the next thing is punching it on your phone. It's so fun. Let's see how it goes. Anita, tell us, what did you get from there, please?
Okay, well, obviously, like everyone else, I mean, blown away, blown away. I mean, I'm not going to repeat figures that Andy's just, got. I mean, I've got them written here, so it's my memory. But just mind blowing. And the thing for me, what I sat there and thought was, yes, of course, it's exciting, but then you start thinking about the other things, like Ash is so clever. He is so clever, because you've got people who go, oh, give me my links. I just want my links. Give me them. Now, would you prefer to have them before this bombshell or now, after? Because every single thing he does is about branding this business and making it even easier for us, and easier and easier. And every single bombshell that comes, it's just easier for us, because everyone, everyone's going to know about us anyway. I mean, you look at the light show's amazing, and this one, this week was just absolutely spectacular light show. But just thinking now from a business point of view, yeah, we'd all like to have our links and get going. We all want to get going. But a little something that happened for me was I put I googled straight away, Onpassive train station, and up came on my map. It did have Onpassive on it. It didn't say train station. But Sunday morning I did it again, and I sent that picture to some of my founders. And then Sunday morning I did it again, and it now had Onpassive and Onpassive train station. So I resent it and said, now look at that. And when I put that onto my Facebook, I used to have lots of people commenting on my posts, and I don't just mean founders. I'm talking about even just some friends who, they're kind of not in Onpassive, but they might sort of like, a like or something. Not one has come and put anything on that, because do you know why? They're going, oh shit, we really are going to have to now apologise, or we've got rid of egg all over our face right now, haven't we? So they're going to just ignore it, because they don't know what to say, do they? Every time we now put something like that on, all it's telling the world is, wow, oh my God, how wrong were we? And you don't even have to say anything, just put the picture on. It tells the story itself, you know. So that was my thing, was, yeah, I started Googling it straight away. That in itself, just that one little picture, just says it all, doesn't it? Google
Yeah,
Maps.
sure.
So there you
Indeed.
go.
Oh, if you can mute yourself, please. Sister Gladys, can you mute yourself, please? Thank you. Yeah, I know, Anita, you did well, because when you shared that picture with Onpassive on Google Maps and so on, I think that's one of the most liked pictures that I've shared, and people are after it because everybody's like, oh my God, you know. So I thank you for sharing it and coming back to it again. So, Sister Gladys, you're welcome. We're happy that you just joined us, and at least we have one person from the US now, because it was all looking like a UK thing, but it finally became the international family that we are. Sis, you're welcome. So let's hear first from Dora Collins while you're still taking a cup of, maybe you want to sip a cup of water, but we are just still looking at what we saw on Saturday. So, Brother Collins, hi. Say something.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Comfort. Yeah, just listening to Andy, Anita, and Mr. Fumi, you know, they've just said it all. But when you look at the spin, what Onpassive is doing, Mr. Mufareh, especially the marketing team, that's what is called strategic marketing at its best. You know, I went back and I said, let me go and look at certain things. You know, I started reading. I said, no, let me look at, maybe there is something within this landmark. No, in marketing, there is one ingredient which is more important. They call it positioning. You can build the best product, but if you don't know how to position that product in the market, nobody will ever see it.
Wow.
And I look at it again, I ask myself, how much does it cost to have a billboard in a street that is around your street and the one that is on the high street? It is very costly. It costs a lot of money. There are companies that pull it down after a certain times where they cannot even withstand, they cannot afford the bills, they pull it off. But we are talking about Onpassive having a landmark, a strategic place where it is the final point where roots, you know, everybody comes, they say, remember Mohammed Kamal said something, that Onpassive will be even in your bedroom. You will sleep, you get up, it's like they'll bug you with it. This is what they said. They will annoy you in a good way until you will take a look at Onpassive. This is exactly what they are doing, strategic positioning. Put you in a place where you don't want to be, tie you and put you and say, you must take a look at Onpassive, whether you like it or not. This is exactly what is happening. And Mr. Mufareh, with I kudos to the marketing team. They look at it's very difficult. It's hard work, like Dr. Soa said. It's just like when we come and say, wow, but it takes a lot of effort, sleep, a lot of conversation behind, knocking all the right doors, making sure this is the right thing. And sometimes you feel like you cannot even get it right. But every time when they do something, they nailed it. And you know what it means to have a landmark for 10 years where train ticket will have what? Onpassive. Where are you going? I'm going to Onpassive station. Your train ticket is Onpassive train station. Like I'm in Milton Keynes. Where are you going? I'm going to Birmingham train station. That is a brand name. Onpassive have just brand a country, a train station, a metro station. It is massive. And when it is there, what will you see? It will generate traffic, because people said, what is this Onpassive? Let me go and take a look. Disruptive products. And they will be coming in their numbers. I thought Burj Khalifa was the highest top. But Mr. Mufareh took us again to another landmark. So what else again we're not going to see in Onpassive? It's just crazy. It's just full of surprises. Star Comfort, take it away.
Wow. You are just blowing minds here, guys. Thank you, team. I just appreciate what you all are doing. Let's quickly say it's been a long time we don't give a shout out. Let's just acknowledge our team, that family that come to make this team complete. Thank you, Gina Liva, for joining. Hi, Christabel Mensa. Thank you for joining. Hi, Chumbo, bro, saluto. Hi. Hello, Pat. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining. Hello, the three thugs. I like that name though. I don't know what it means. Welcome, sis. So thank you everyone for joining. Hello, Delphine Steckman. Thank you. You're always here. We really appreciate your contributions. Hello, my sister Aikas Keba from the Scandinavia. Hello, Amina Musa. You're welcome. welcome Healthcare, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. And guys, if you are joining us now and you've not yet done so, we're running on about 7 or 8 channels. Kindly just subscribe to each and every one you're watching on if you like what we're doing, to support so that we give it more exposure. And of course, that means everything to us. Let everybody do one bit of something to add value to their own business, which is already value enough. Thank you guys once again for joining. Sister Gladys, this smile is so beautiful. I know that you have a lot just waiting for your opportunity to come so that you download it as of what happened on Saturday. Welcome, sis.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort, and thank you, the panel and all who are supporting us. I still can't sleep because of the excitement, the joy, even though I know that, I'm in peace because I know that the future is brighter. As Brother Colin said, we thought we had arrived last year, March 30th, and I did not see this one coming for sure. This was a surprise, but a pleasant surprise. And when you hear Dr. Soha's voice, your next stop is Onpassive. I remember Mr. Ash mentioning that we will reshape the planet. And this is how we begin, just slowly by slowly. This time it's in Dubai, next time it's going to be somewhere else. But most important is the strategy that is using to introduce Onpassive to the public. Because as we know, you can have products and you can have good products, but if you don't put those products in front of people's eyes, if you don't have people to see them, you will not be able to sell your products. And that's what he's doing. He's first introducing Onpassive, and then he has topped it up with free products and very, very good products that bring value to humanity. Products that shift how things are done for the better. We have a free email, web emailing platform, free or trim. In normal circumstances, people will always sell something to you. They tell you, you buy this and then you get this free. Buy 1 or 2, you get the third one 50% off. But for him, we have said, come and take these first 3 for free and free for life. And then later on, we can talk about the products that, that will be available, very special products too, that will be available for the public to come and see, because we are sure they're going to help them. They're going to help businesses, they're going to help people, they're going to help even us. So I'm sure the customers who are getting ready to come to Onpassive, they're going to be so excited knowing that they're going to get free first before anything else. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Well, thank you indeed. Since we're going to get free first before everyone, what a privilege to be part of this. We can only say thank you, God. Oh, we've got huge everybody joining. Okay, Gideon seems to be struggling. So, bro, you're allowed to interrupt. You're allowed to interject. It's you. We can always let Gideon do anything and get away with it because he's calling from home. Network is an issue, but he can't sit there and keep it just itching on his chest when he needs to come here and say it out aloud. Anything something that everybody is proud to be part of. So, bro, we will just leave it. If you can hear me, keep on trying. Anytime you feel that you're ready to talk, just say hi and we'll give you room to say something. So, guys, as we are watching, we're going. Let's keep watching and make sure. I know that our brother Gideon is struggling to join us from Nigeria. So, Andy, there are a few things that like the team have said. I just want to go back to a few things. Collins was talking about strategic marketing and all of those. We are so excited. You get goosebumps because people are already like, oh, because we all know, all of us sitting here and most people typing here, the only call we receive is like, when are we? When are we? When are we? So when we see something like what happened on Saturday, Andy, we are very excited and stuff. How does this translate into money? I know that Onpassive is not about money. However, it's a business and we join business to make money. So how does all of these things that are happening, what is behind you that translate into money?
It's all, as Colin's quite rightly said, it's all about positioning and branding. Once you have that, People just register. So, as I said before, there are 200 million people that go through that station. Will go through that station every year. Dubai is a community that is the vast majority are expats. Yeah, that are either holiday makers or they live there but don't come from there. So the locals, the nationals from the UAE, number maybe 2-3 million. The rest of the population, if you like, is 10 or 20, and the visitors are constantly coming. But we had the light show that goes along with this. So the laser show that they had up the Burj Khalifa, and they estimate roughly 20,000 people see that. Now, the vast majority of these people are on holiday. They've gone over to Dubai, enjoyed themselves for a couple of weeks, and then they disappear back to wherever they came from, US, Australia, Far East, doesn't matter. The fact is that they're all taking pictures of the Burj Khalifa and what's on it? Oh, that's Onpassive. So they're taking that back. So the word is just doing this. It's expanding constantly. And what it means is it's a numbers game. We have, as we've said before, over 5.2 now billion customers or people that use the internet. This is our market because every single person that uses the internet will have a benefit from using one of the products, be it the social media platform that doesn't sell data, that is a correction to the corruption, or an email system that you can send through, any size file you like. You can do speech to text, text to speech, totally encrypted. So if you're sending an email to another email user, totally safe and secure. These are the free products. So people will come on board just to use the free products. But as the ecosystem expands, people look at things and go, hold on a minute, oh, I like that. Or there'll be a system, there is a system in the back office with coins. And as customers come on board, they're free, they're on board to use the free products, and they'll see coins coming into their wallet as the customer base expands. Everybody gets curious, especially when it comes to money. So they're going to click on that and find out or ask, how do I get that out? And it'll tell them, yes, you've got to activate this. You've got to become a reseller for that. And in order to do that, you can use some of the money that's in that wallet that you've got, that digital wallet, to pay for that. And then, yes, the rest of it is yours. You can do with it as you please. So this is where the money comes in, because every single person over time that is a free customer, or a customer that comes on to use the free products, I should say, will eventually become a paying customer simply because they get curious about the money that's in the wallet. Yeah, does that make sense?
Wow. Of course, yeah. You saw me nodding all the time. I'm learning a lot. I don't know about others because sometimes you bring people here because you think that you're bringing them to talk to people, but then they spend all that time talking to me. Thank you, team, for coming here just to teach me because I need to know. I really appreciate that, guys. Hope someone is enjoying it just the way I am. So Collins, I think Angie has given enough information on this. So I'll let it be, except that anybody wanted to add anything to it about strategic marketing, but I've got good enough information from Andy. Does anybody want to add anything to that? If not, I have some other thing to ask. Earlier on, I think it's Sister Gladys, you said it, team, all of the things that we're seeing, for example, the massive event of last Saturday, we are just hearing from ourselves, from the team, from the CEO and his team, that it takes effort to negotiate, to sign paperwork, to do all of those things. It takes money, it takes time, it takes sleepless nights and stuff like that. The moment the deal is struck and they come here and then they just, smile from jaw to jaw, we think that it goes just like with a snip of the fingers. So some people, because we just want to discuss what this means, all this effort. Just throw more light so that people really get it and know how much they need to start appreciating what we have at hand. Many people feel so entitled, because it gets really irritating when somebody calls, say, we're not, when are we making money, or when is the link, and stuff like that. But then this thing that just happened, if you can listen to yourself, and you just forget that you are here to ask for these links and this money we're looking for. So once again, so how I just want us to go over back to this one, the effort and stuff, just to maybe add any other thing to it, because people really need to know. Anita, do you want to say something from that angle, please?
Okay, well, something dawned, well, it's not just dawned on me, but something I was thinking about since the weekend is, look, lots of people are out there posting on passive.com, with some wonderful posts. We all know that anyone clicking on that registers is not going to go to that person that's posting. It's going to go into the pot. That pot is going to be distributed amongst the founders on a rotation way of doing it, right? Ash is, as I keep saying, very clever, because he talks to us about being a family, about this not just being about the money, us not just seeing just money. So in a way, because we don't have our links, it's how many people are prepared to go and put on passive.com and let that all go into a pot to go amongst the family, as he would put it, right? How many people are avoiding doing it because it's not going to me, Now, of course, we would like our links so it goes to us, and I'd like the people on my Facebook, after 4 odd years of posting, I'd like them to come to me. Of course, we all would, but Ash is looking at who is doing what as a collective. What are we all doing to help one another? Okay, so eventually we're all going to have our links. But you see, founders that are really engaged, founders that really understand Ash and this business, they're not all about themselves. They're not just in it for themselves. That will come to us eventually. But it's about what us founders are doing now to help that business along. And that's always been the point, hasn't it? You've got a founder. If anyone was to want to buy a founder position today, they can't. But if they did, we spoke about this before. I think, isn't a McDonald's something like 50 grand plus to have a McDonald's, and you've got to work yourself with fingers to the bone with that franchise. So imagine what really somebody could command now if this was a franchise. And what people have to really weigh up is they paid $97. If they paid $9,000, it wouldn't be enough. 90,000 wouldn't be enough, really. There are franchises. Go and look up a franchise in your, how much franchises cost. And I'll tell you now, you ain't getting a lot for a few grand even. You might get a cleaning company that has, they do a bit of national advertising for you. They haven't got a train station named after them. They're not going all the way up the Burj Khalifa with the name so that it's going to help you with your cleaning contracts or whatever franchise you've chosen. So people really got to start understanding what they've got in their hand, okay?
Thank you so much, Anita. You bring very useful information. I really appreciate your contributions. And I want to go back to the very first thing you said, because I think what you are doing here is either teaching people on the one hand, and on the other hand, reminding people that we need to borrow the heart of Mr. Ash Mufareh. Because if you want to keep it that I won't share it until I get my link, why do you think that this whole thing is worth $97? It's not. So if Ash could give it to you, what did you deserve it? That's why we say we feel sometimes entitled, we're ungrateful, we don't appreciate, because a lot is going on. He just gave it to us. He's working day and night. He burns the midnight candle and stuff. But then you keep on holding onto your people, because not until I have my link, I can't share and stuff. I think that's a very good lesson. Thank you.
Something else to just add to that, Comfort, is we're all in that same boat, us active founders, because what goes around comes around. So just because we might put that out there and we might not get that person, it might go to you, it might go to somebody in India, it might go wherever. Equally, if they're doing the same, that's going to come to us as well, likewise. Okay, so Of course, we're all, you know, come on, we want our links, but that's building for us anyway. So every time someone lands on onpassive.com, doesn't matter where they've come from, your ad, my ad, whatever, they're still coming into the pot to be dished out to us. So I think, you know, and Ash is relying on us to keep on doing that right now until we have our links. We all sat back, I'm just going to wait for my link, you know. It's not what he wanted as from a founder, is it? Really?
Right, very correct. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's, Sister Fumi, do you want to add something to what Anita has said, or do you have something new? I just want to avoid asking questions a bit so that I let people speak from
I wanted to talk on what you said. Sometimes you see it's not that people. I know some of our people, some of the brand ambassadors can be impatient because one, many have not done business before, let alone business in this kind of perspective. So they don't know what it takes. They don't know the rudiments of what it takes. I hear Brad, you know, Collins speaking my language there, and Brad Andy, strategic positioning, strategic planning, strategic management. Ash is very, 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 very intelligent. He's an intelligent, extremely intelligent man, and very strategic in what he does. So if he doesn't put out what he's doing right now, what we are doing right now is like we have a foundation of a house and we want to make it, because that house is going to be story building. We want to make sure that before we start building the story, the foundation is solid, as in nothing can shake it. So you can imagine when you try to look at those giant companies that are already in the market now, and then we are just starting, and then we want to come out and then just unveil ourselves, they will crush us down. So if I'm looking at it because from marketing perspective, from advertising as well, in the sense that if we don't come out the way Ash is doing things now, they would have crushed us long time ago, even before now. They will make sure we don't see the light of day. But because he knows exactly where he's going and is strategic about it, and he can picture that end, you know, of what he's planning. He is making sure that this foundation is rock solid now to take anything else that is coming, such that when we eventually, you know, sit in the market strategically, nobody can shake us, nothing can shake us, nobody can move us, and nobody can crush us. You know, that is one thing that is very important that we need to learn about. And I think our people also need to be educated as relating to this, so that this, oh, give me my link. Oh no, why should I be sharing www.onpassive.com? They're not coming to me. Oh no, we are getting, when are we going to make money? Oh, now, because that question is beginning to come up again because of lack of education in that area. Once people get to have an understanding of why he's doing these things, I think we need to start discussing those things so that people get educated. Not just people back home, all the brand ambassadors that are asking, oh, so I wish we could get a link. Oh, I wish we could, you know, this. Let me tell you something. What he's doing now, if he doesn't do it, I'm telling you, we will not have a place. And because he's already started this and done this in the way whereby the ones that are already in the market have gone to go and base themselves, we are starting, but we are already there and ahead of them in that positioning. So it makes it very difficult for us to be crushed. We are not crickets, we are giants.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, sis. Thanks so much. I think I like the conclusion. We are not crickets, we are giants, because we're standing on a massive foundation, a solid one that cannot collapse anytime. I'm trying to put up comments from Pankaj, who is he's sharing his experience for us to understand how much it takes to stand up as a giant like the one we have. He started in the 90s somehow. For some reason, I'm clicking and the comments are not coming up. You know, we just need to know. He says it took him hard work and many years of strategic focus, and this is a business for $97. You know, it's just kind of it's just a giveaway, because this $97 is not worth it's not worth even the free products. So I think it's just kind of a token of appreciation, or what we call it. I don't know. But let me let our panelists speak. Brother Collins, you've been silent for a while, so I'm just leaving it open, whether you want to add to what others have said or you want to open up to something new. Let's go that way, please.
Yes, I just want to add to what they've said. You know, I think the first thing I would say is a lot of founders, you know, the way Onpassive was sold to them was really wrong. Mr. Ash Mufareh never said anything about what we said, especially most of us, they call ourselves brand ambassadors. And even those who've come in, they have refused to learn, because the idea was that money mentality, settle for less, that less mentality. So they refuse to see the bigger picture of what Onpassive is trying to do. You know, because if they even look at, yes, all of us came in for something because they told us you get something. But at one point, step back a little bit, you know, and zoom in, understand Onpassive. You will sleep every day and you have nightmare, because we've refused to look at it. What is the link without a product? So if I give you an empty website and say this is the link, go and share it. It's like you have an empty supermarket, a supermarket with empty shelf. When customer come there is nothing. What would they do? They'll tell you you are a liar. There is nothing for me. You know. So Mr. Ash Mufareh is putting everything in place. So when they come in, they will see it. You know, there's time I've talked to some founders. I said, all right, you can get angry. Doesn't matter. Request your $97 and say, yes, Onpassive is whatever. Call it a name. But I bet you'll use the free product. Because there is no way you can escape Onpassive. You can request your money, go today, but I bet you'll be in an Onpassive ecosystem dying to use that free product. There is one thing. Look at this, Comfort. I say this every time. When Google wanted to pull out of Australia, what happened? Imagine Google search engine optimization said they want to pull out because they said they are raping people. People were begging, crying, how will business operate? Even though you don't like Google, but you know, this is the option. You know, Google is all, it will always, though we are talking about different search engine coming, Google will always be there, you know. And then talk about Onpassive, a giant coming. What do you expect? What do you think Onpassive will play on this planet Earth? It is a privilege for you to be in. When an IT company, high technology company, calls you to come and be a founder for peanut, please shut up your mouth and get in. That's what I always said. Shut up your mouth, or you just decide, just say you want to work until you die. Because no IT company, no CEO of its right frame of mind building an IT company will call you to come in. It will be a family legacy. You can go to check all of them. Amazon is owned by him alone. Think about this man, Tesla, or you call all. Think about all of them. Google, all of them is owned. It's a family business. Microsoft owned by it's just a dynasty. But Mr. Ash Mufareh opened it. Even the company some of us have worked on it is owned by family. Go to all the IT company, 4 family, 5. All their wives and their children, they are on their payrolls. No, none of you, all of you only work and promote and give them money, put money in their pocket. Mr. Ash Mufareh opened a high-tech company for $97 because he look at the massive for humanity. We come, we sit, and we complain, say to sit quiet and be grateful. You know, sometimes when they bless you with little things, if you are not grateful for small things, even if they give you the bigger thing, you will never be grateful. Sometimes people complain. I say, you know what? Technology takes time. You cannot force it. You cannot twist it. You know, they have the way. It's just like you go according to the way it has a way of building the software. If it is not working, it's not working. You cannot twist and turn it. No way. And these people who are building it, they are not machine. They are human beings like you and I, working day and night with passion. They are passionate of what they are doing. Building, they need some sleep as well. But we sit back without doing it. We complain every day. You know, so it is just crazy because what is to come, maybe we don't even understand. When Onpassive will hit that road, that gear, it is already there. Honestly, I want to see the 1.5 million founders, those who are complaining. I want to ask you, tell me what you think now. And if you settle only for the money, even if you come in Onpassive, You settle only for the money. Look at that $97. I'm telling you, you'll be successful, but you'll not win big because you miss the trick. You have to look at Onpassive ecosystem and ask yourself, what is there that I can use it to grow fast? Listen to some of the leaders like Marty Digamo, Redfern, Peter Rogers, or Andy Beck. Listen to them. When you see them smiling, what do you expect? You have to smile and learn from them because everybody will be there but there are people who will be massive, there are people who will be and you'll be just crawling like snails because and you ask yourself, why is Mr. Fumi up there having this type of this and I'm still here as the founder? It's because you crawl like snails. You refuse to learn. Please wake up and look at Onpassive ecosystem. Start to ask yourself, if you cannot share the link, ask yourself, what is in this ecosystem that I can use to grow big when the time comes? This has giving us a level playing field. If you want to carry your tiny bucket to go and fetch the well, if you want to use a big bucket, it's up to you. But I will carry my big bucket and sweep everything, all the fishes in that ocean. Mr. Comfort, thank you.
Woo! Go for it, bro. Go for it. The truth remains that people who are not plugged in now, they are missing out on just a lot because everybody who raises their voice to speak on Onpassive, they speak from a different and unique perspective, and you learn something new. Because this is our new life, we'll never go back to the old. So I don't want to keep on talking when people are here to say.
Let me add one thing before you go. Before I forgot. If you see Dr. Soha coming out smiling and said, I know what is in the kitchen, what does that tell you? Every time when she comes and you see us sitting, Mohammed Kamal smiling, honestly, you have to go and sleep and have a very good sleep and say, these people, they know what is there. If I see Andy smiling, I have to smile without even knowing what is there because I know that there is something in there. So I'll just leave it to the comfort.
You're right. Thank you. Andy, before you go ahead to say what you have in mind, a question came from somebody. I've been combing through to see if I could have it, but I can't lay hands on it anymore. She is wondering whether there's anything we can share now since everybody's just being careful and we're waiting only for our links. So is there anything they can share now? So you start from there, then say what you have in mind, bro.
Okay. There's lots you can share, but this is prime time to prepare. Yeah. The phrase is proper prior planning prevents poor performance. So build your lists. I've covered this several times. Write lists of all of those that you know with children, all of those that you know with kids in university, all of those that are self-employed, all of those that work for somebody else. I think it's Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He made a very good comment about his father telling him to go and learn from his friend's father because his friend's father was an entrepreneur. And he was an employee and would never be an entrepreneur because he worked for somebody else to achieve somebody else's goal. Now you have an opportunity, every single founder now has an opportunity, and every single reseller has an opportunity to create or become that entrepreneur, to be able to find financial freedom if that's what they want. If they don't want it, fine. Not a problem. Leave it for the rest of us that do. And this grin is bigger than yours, Collins. But at the end of the day, it's proper prior planning. So all the lists of people that you know that use the internet, yeah, friends that you're connected with through work, companies that you know of, friends at the gym. It doesn't matter. Write your lists because these are your first port of call. Now, yes, the company's going to do this for us in using the automated system. They are going to market for us, and we will be part of the rotator, as Anita said. But if you want the next level, do something for yourself. If you don't, you want the company to do it all for you, fine, no problem. Get out of our way.
Get out, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Sister Gladys, you've been a bit silent, so we just want to let you roll it out now, sis. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Sister Comfort. Interesting input. I've just been enjoying listening here. But I'm going to say something regarding those who think that we have waited. Honestly, if there is anybody who wants this done and perfectly done, then anybody else is Mr. Ash Mufareh. See the experts that he has put in place. And I think of, for those who have been in businesses before, like Sister Fumi, Andy, think of where you were. Where did you see such expertise in a company that you were? And I'm sure, those are people, they are full-time workers. Most of them, as they told us, they came and introduced themselves. They can command their fields because they are well educated in their fields. The global business consultants, the own media team. Now we have the design team. It's like surprise after surprise. So when we think of $97, I always say that, if there's someone who thinks that the business is still standing because of the $97, I think that's a huge mistake. And the beauty of this is that we have always been reminded, if you have buyer's remorse, ask for the refund. I have never seen a company that makes refunds open for 4.5 years. Normally, it's a try for 1 week or try for 30 days. By 60 days out, if you did not ask, you are done. But the refund has been available. But most importantly is that, Ash knows what he's doing with his team. He has great minds around him. And we should just relax because we know the foundation, as Sister Fumi said, that is laying down, it's going to be unshakable. We know that having achieved the landmark that we got in Dubai, it wasn't just an easy one. It wasn't a brush through. I'm sure there were, more companies, asking for the same, but we got it. And this is because Onpassive has proved the value that it brings to countries, to different nations, to different cultures, to different people, to different businesses. It's bringing the world together. And we have seen how, as brand ambassadors globally, as one, literally as a family. And that's going to happen with businesses, slowly by slowly. As I said, it's starting with Dubai. It's going to move to another country. It's going to move to another country. And before we know it, because we have the technology of 5 years now, we are going to end up being one global nation in terms of internet. It's no longer going to be different countries, but everybody is going to end up coming to Onpassive to look for something to use in order to be successful in what they are doing. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Sure. Thank you, sis. Thanks so much. I like the confirmation from our sister Miriam in the house. She says, Unpassive is my baby to take care of every minute, and tomorrow will take care of me. Love it. That's just the way to think. So when you get it like this, then you just have to smile because it's being done for you. Just take care by doing these little things we are doing. Thank you, team. You're doing wonderful. Who is next? Anita, is it you though?
Is it? Okay. I think, look, people need to put things in perspective and just think about this. If you actually Google 10 biggest companies that started from a garage, you're going to see a list, and on that list, you're going to find Google is on there, Amazon is on there. You've got Harley Davidson, Disney. I'm not going to list them all, just Google it. They started from a garage. Okay, where are we starting from? Okay, the offices that we have, owning 2 whole floors of the Burj Khalifa, a train station, over 600 tech staff, doctors in our Burj Khalifa offices, we've got a charity that's already out there feeding people. My God, what more do people actually want? Okay, I just don't know what more they could want. So even if it took, I hope not, but even if it took another 6 months and it was 5 years to be where we want to be, look how big we're going to be from day one of our business. Do you know what I mean? So that day we get our links, look where we are. We're not starting from a garage, you know. So I think people have got to try and put that into perspective. And Andy said something last week about, I think it was last week, about how we all came to this for the money. I have to say that might be the case with a lot of people. It actually is not with me. Yes, we all want to earn money, but you know, the main thing, important thing for me is to be successful, to finally succeed at something, is to keep on losing money online and keep on failing and keep on having people go, oh, not another one of your blooming things, not another one of your ideas. Oh, here she goes again. Not this time, not this time, okay? And I'm going to have it on my headstone. I made it. Finally. Thank you, Ash. But you know, that's more important to me than the actual income, because I'm 55. I started when I was 15 with Avon, you know, and even at 20, I was in Amway and you know, trying. And I'm not saying I haven't been successful in other things, offline, other businesses, traditional businesses, but trying to be that making money while you sleep, I failed. And I don't want to fail anymore. And I want to be able to turn around to people and say, I got there. I persevered. It might have took me over 30 years, but I got there, right? And I think that is far more important to me than the money. On the other hand, of course, the money's not going to be an issue. If we're going to succeed, we're going to earn money. And I think that's really what people have to look at, is it's the whole package. It's not just the money, it's what they're being given as a business, what it's going to do for them, their long-term future. That's what they need to put together, really. Get it in there, what they've got in their hands.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks so much, Anita. That was a powerful contribution as usual. So let's go over to Sister Fumi. You dealt with people earlier on. So just keep on, just connect from where you left the last time. You said we are not crickets, we are giants. Everybody loved that. So just go from there.
Um,
Tell us what next you have in mind now.
I just want people to have, all our brand ambassadors to have the understanding of where Ash is coming from, because when you have that understanding, you will sleep at night. I mean, like a baby, knowing fully well that apart from the fact that we're in God's hands and everything is in God's hands, they know exactly what they are doing. So let them do it and do it properly before you are given what you need to move. And like Andy said, this is not the time, this is not a time for you to, oh, let's have the link. Oh, this one, that one. Oh, so what are we? Someone called me to, so what is happening? Why are we waiting? And I'm thinking, should I answer this? Should I not answer this? And I'm thinking, okay, let me just educate the person a little bit. This is the time you need to start, like Andy said, he's been saying it for months. Bramati Digamo has been saying it, Red has been saying it for months from last year. Start getting that list ready. You know, those that have come to you and they've said no when it was founding positions, and now their eyes are clear. They've seen Dubai, they've seen everything. Oh, they are eager to join. Can they still join? Put their name down. Tell them, send me your number, send me your email, and send me your name. I'll see what I can do. You need to collect their names, collect their emails, collect their phone numbers. Start anybody that's, anybody that send you spam, like Andy said, keep their spam addresses, the email addresses, bombard them when the link comes. But it's not the time to sit and say, oh, they should give us the link. Yes, you are waiting for the link, but before you have the link, like Brad Collins said, you must have everything ready, so that when you start sending that link, people know when they get there, we know as founders, outsiders don't know. We as founders know, but don't forget outsiders don't know. So that when you send them the link, there are no glitches, nothing is happening, everything is in top shape. You understand me? Over the market value, they're free products. They come in, they use it, they enjoy it, and they're stuck because it's going to be magnet. Because don't forget, those products are carrots. They are like carrots before the horse. You understand me? So they're going to come in. So please, this is the time for you. If you have a deeper understanding of your business and all this journey, the process we've had from 2018 for those who have been there before then and those who have joined. And look, we're still going to have customers and resellers coming in. So we need to educate them as well. Can you imagine them too coming in and saying, oh, this one, oh, that one? Then we as brand ambassadors need to be in a position whereby we've had enough education to understand the processes that we've gone through in this business and what Ashes and the technicians are doing right now with Dr. Soa, with Mohammed Kamal, what they are going through and what they're doing now, laying this solid foundations for branding the product, making sure we're in a strategic position, we're in strategic, marketing, works and everything. Then we get in the people to come in so that we can educate them. Say, look, I might not be someone that have gone through this kind of business, but this is what is happening. This is it. I'm not saying know the whole thing. At least get a picture
Right.
of it. It's very important. Then we are able to cascade that down to everybody else that don't have an understanding of what is happening now. Why are we in a limbo? What are we doing? Why are we not having the links? Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
leave it there.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. See, I think me too. I encourage that we keep on being patient because somebody called me too and said, I missed the meeting of today, on Saturday. So what has Ash said? All they wanted to hear was like, the links are here. But then I'm talking about some thing that was going on in Dubai and stuff. She said, yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. However, is the link already available? I said, no. This thing that happened today is massive, it's huge, it's humongous. Not everybody gets that. So many people go for it, but not everybody gets it granted. So just keep this link thing for now. He was like, all right, I get it. So I think a little bit of patience will pay. I know Andy is a very patient person and he does that. So he likes doing that. So all right, let's hear again a bit from Brother Collins again, bro. So you want to chime in? What do you want to say? What do you have in mind right now? So I think we should be gradually rounding up, right? I think let's take the last round. Brother Gideon, can you give a try? I'm not sure. Let's just see if he can just say hi. If we just hear hi. He's struggling, guys. Let's just bear with Gideon. He's calling from Nigeria. Sometimes it gets really tough.
Oh.
Can you hear me, Gideon? He's been struggling going in and out, but it's not working. All right. We appreciate, bro. Thanks. That's the Onpassive.
Yeah.
Okay.
This Comfort, I can hear you.
Perfect. Go ahead, bro. Just say anything.
Okay. Thank you very much, all our panelists. I don't want to waste a second by going back and forth because I know a lot has been said. And I want to thank all our viewers as well. What we are talking about is very important for all our brand ambassadors and our friends as well. Sorry if there's any voice at the background. There's
you don't need to be sorry. That's a brand ambassador. Just go ahead.
Yes, sure. All right. So I want to thank all of you listening to us, our ambassadors and viewers, and it has been said. We are where we are because of what Onpassive as a company has done, what Mr. Ash Mufareh and all the best heads that he has gathered has been able to do. We are not playing, as in we are not playing. Typically, United Arab Emirates is not just a country or where you go to do whatever you like. So for Onpassive to get to that place in the first place, to have a presence there, to even have positions in important locations that you can reckon with. You can find anywhere you are on the internet, as in on Google, you can find it on the map that Onpassive is located here. Just as you can see on many of our backgrounds here, that is the road that connects the whole country from different states and regions. That road is one of the most important roads, I believe, in United Arab Emirates. And if you pass there any moment, or ask people that live there or pass there, they will tell you they have seen the presence of Onpassive. If you think any company can do that, you can go anywhere or any place and try it. Even if you have been in the game for 20 years or 30 years, you may not get that kind of presence. So everything is not about money. Everything is not about money. Of course, everyone wants money. But if you are interested in money in the first instance, what happens is you could get it, but then what happens after that, you could end up also losing the source of the income. But what Onpassive has been doing is to build a strong foundation. That is to say, when the money, whatever we desire, start coming, it will never run dry. If we are to maybe dig a well, and you go to a place and you dig 20 feet and you see water start coming gradually, and you say, oh, water has started coming, and you stop the job. And after a while, the water dries up. But if you could go 100 feet, 200, 300, whenever the water starts coming, or even if as it's already coming, you continue digging down below, it will keep coming. So that's what Onpassive is doing and will continue to do. We can never understand the magnitude of the work that's been done. We can never understand where they are, even at present. But the only important thing we need to focus on is that the work is being done. The work is being done for us. We don't even need to bother. We don't need to lose a bit of sleep because the work is done for us. I would like to chip in something about anything that anyone would think of doing. If you are a brand ambassador and you want to do something, it has been said also, sharing is very important. Now, some people may be asking, what am I going to share? I don't have anything to share. You have so many things to share. You've been on the webinars. You've gone to the live shows. You have seen even this live event that we're having now is sharing. So you maybe tomorrow you put a short information based on what you have seen and tell a friend of yours that there's a company called Onpassive. They are going to do this and they're going to do this, and they have started doing it here and there and this way and that way. That is sharing. It is not automatic that the person has to get in immediately because there is no open door yet for the person. But it will whet the person's appetite to know that something is on the way, something is coming. Most of the early mornings I do put some short videos like the one we had on Saturday and previously on WhatsApp status. So I do put them there, short ones that people can quickly look at. And I always monitor the people that view them. Most of those people that view them may have not discussed with me or chat with me in a while, but they always view those posts. So I take note of them. And again, some people will also come and say, what is this one? Then we'll start this discussion. Briefly let them know what is coming, what Onpassive is all about, and how it's going to impact their life. So once we are doing this, you're already watching the ground, just like Brother Colin said, so that you can use not just the biggest bucket, but the drum to fetch the water. So that's what I would like to say. All brand ambassadors, do not ever think that you are being fooled, because there's nothing like that. I saw some in our local group here, I saw some people saying things like, how can you, after seeing all that we have done in recent times, and you still think this is not what it should be? No, nobody does that. There's no way you can get to where Onpassive is now. There's no company that can get to where we are right now. No matter what we have acquired in the past, you can't get to where we are now. It's not about showing off. It's not about, but this is like our CEO, Mr. Mufareh, will say that the way we do things is different. The way we market is different. Of course, everything we do will be different to the extent that everyone in this space will be like, where did these people come from? And it's already happening before our eyes. So we can't even start thinking otherwise. Rather, we have to broaden our horizon because we don't know as many of the things or as much of the things that lies in stock for us. So thank you very much, everyone. Don't forget, if you are a brand ambassador, know that a lot of work is being done for you, on your behalf, for your generation, and for your community at large. If you are not a brand ambassador, if you are one of our customers to be, yes, you will still have to benefit maximally if you continue to follow us and continue to listen to what we are saying. Thank you very much, everyone.
Wow. Wow. I think it was worth the wait. Thank you so much, bro. You're always wonderful, and we like having you here all the time. Really happy that you finally made it and made it powerfully. So thank you so much. So can we make our quick round up now so that we can let our people go, please? So who's going first?
Yeah,
And who
I
would
think it's
stop
me.
you?
I was supposed to then.
All right, go there.
Yeah. So let me go. I
Sister
think Bragidion, I was just nailed it. You know, that was really, really good. You know, one of the things, normally my advice I always give it to brand ambassador is we should put value first before money. Let's look at the value of Onpassive. If you want to share the link, yes, don't share the link because you think like I will share to benefit. Share because you want someone to use mail because it's one of the best mailing system. You know, tell them about the value because at the end of the day, we are using Yahoo, using Gmail. We are not getting anything. Then we share them. We use Telegram. We share them. We don't get anything. I always say Mr. Comfort brought me to Telegram. I didn't know there was something like Telegram. I said, oh, come. It can take 1,000 people. YouTube, if WhatsApp is taking just 250. Here we can just have one platform for everybody. That was the value. Did we get anything out of Telegram? No. So why brand ambassadors are not putting our value first? They are putting sharing of link first. When you share, you will bring a lot of volume. Look, I'm telling you, if you share that to me, I'm not a founder, I will never join you because I'll ask you a lot of questions you cannot answer. But when you tell me the product is good, I can use it, I can do video conferencing, I can do this, that is what will bring me in. Then I can see that, oh my God, so I can make something out of this. Because the value now have already overshadowed what I surpass the money. Now I'll be talking about God, the value, and that's what will make me to bring others because I'll be talking, having that language of presenting that value, that disruptiveness of our product. But when we start by link, your link come, oh, when the link will come out, what will you tell others? If you meet someone who is smart, tell you, okay, this is money. You have undermined Mr. Ash Mufareh hard work, the value of Onpassive, and you've put money first. And that's why all of us got trapped, most of the brand ambassadors, because we put money above value. So we don't even see, if they talk about data center, we are not crazy. When is the money coming? When they talk about Burj Khalifa, we are not even looking at it. We are talking about peanut. But once you start to look at that value, Mr. Ashman have never talked about money, but he knows the value is money. Provide value, money will come. So I will present my link. If you don't want to share link, fine. Leave for those who want to share, but there's enough within the ecosystem you can do. Go to ONET, right? There is blog them. As I said in a webinar, you can write good blog messages. You can still make something because it is so beautiful to do it. You can sleep on ONET. Just imagine you're in a platform where you can see, not like Facebook where you have cloning. You are chatting with people you don't know. In ONET, you chat with those you know. Is that not value? You know them. Mail, look at it. You talk about trim. Look at what we saw. You can just see the region. Which marketing company will not use trim? Because you already have a piece of tracker within can track the region and everything. That is the value you're supposed to be talking as brand ambassador. When someone asks you, why should I come here? Because you will get this value for your money. And that's what company will be looking at to use our product. That is the value. So sometimes I said, forget about this. If you don't want to share it, provide the value anyway. If I tell you I can't use Gmail now because I want to send my video mail. Do you have it? No. Join me in mail so we can video ourselves. That's it. I can send you a message and you can send a message. Wow, can we do that? Yes, I'm coming. How do I join? Okay, download this link. I'll use my word download. I'm not saying share link or affiliate. I said download. You can download from this link. I've already given you my link and you've typed for me forever. Let's try to change our language, brand ambassadors. Change our language. You want it? Yes. Take this link. You can download it here. When the person comes, the person will see something else. Oh, so can I make money? Yes, you can make it. That's why I do. You can make it. Do what you can do. Now you are in it. Do it. So it's a comfort. I'll trade there. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Thank you. Thanks so much. So let's move over to Sister Anita, because you're smiling from show to show. I'm sure you have something new to bring on.
Okay, just from the positivity side, you've got to ditch the negativity really, because something happened to me last week, and it was so nice to have a completely different conversation. Somebody saw me reply on someone else's post about something, and they messaged me. It was just somebody I know that does a different business, but I put a comment. She messaged me. I said, "Oh my God, can I have some more information about being a reseller?" So I sent her a few little bits and pieces, just really buzzy things, and I didn't tell her to register yet, of course. I've said, if you want to be a reseller with me, don't register yet. I will send you a link at the time to register to be a reseller. Okay, yes, we've got customers that are registering, but as a reseller, just wait. So since last week, she is absolutely blown away, because she's not been on this journey. She's not seen me posting for 4 odd years like some of the other people. So the fresh eyes are going to be so impressed. So she thought I might have had a link this weekend to send her. And she put, "Oh, did you get it? Did you?" "No, not yet, but don't worry. Hey, take a look at what did happen Saturday." Sent her the little video about the train station, sent her the Burj Khalifa light show. She's come back and said, "Oh my God, I cannot wait to be a reseller in this company." So my point there is, forget about what has been and the delay, actually Ash says we've not delayed, but forget about all the time it's taken. Forget about what people have said to you in the past. They're not listening. They're not interested. Fresh eyeballs now. As soon as you've got that link and they can come on there and register, they are going to go crazy to be, certainly to be a reseller, because this is the easiest business they've ever seen. They would never have seen such a business. So just try and stay positive about what's coming to you. We're going to be the hunted, not the hunters. And it was really refreshing to have a conversation with someone who knew nothing about Onpassive. They haven't seen me posting. They haven't gone, "Oh yeah, whatever. Oh God, you said that last year. You said that last year." It was completely fresh, and it was really refreshing. So that made me think, oh my God, how exciting the conversation is going to be once we've got them links. So just stay positive, ditch the negativity. That's the best thing you can do, really, because it's coming, and it's coming very soon. And you need to be a positive brand ambassador. And if you're not positive, you're not going to attract people with a negative sort of attitude yourself, are you? So get positive, learn what you can right now, be ready. Like Andy said, make a list, just be ready. Okay.
Sure. Thank you, Anita. Thanks so much. So let's hear. Collins has gone. Sister Fumi, turn by turn. Now your turn. I'm speaking pidgin, guys.
Now my turn indeed. So I think this one I'm going to just break it down in my local language.
Choices
It's
yours, please go. It's your last
gbogbo
minute.
ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Nàìjíríà, tẹ́ gbọ́ Yorùbá, tẹ́ mọ nǹkan tí mo ń sọ. Nǹkan tí CEO wa ń ṣe nísìnyí ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ business àti company iléeṣẹ́ yìí kó dúró dáadáa, kó dúró digbidigbi, tó jẹ́ pé kò ní séèyàn kankan tó lè lé wa kúrò nínú ọjà àbí mákẹ́ẹ̀tì íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì. So nǹkan tí mo wá fẹ́ àlàyé tí mo fẹ́ ṣe fún yín ni pé ẹ ní sùúrù, ẹ jẹ́ kán ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kán ṣe dáadáa. Tán bá ti ṣe dáadáa, ṣe ẹ rí ọ̀rọ̀ líǹkì yìí, ẹ fẹ́ mèkì owó, ti bí tàn, ẹ jẹ́ kọ́kàn yín kó balẹ̀ nítorí pé kí ni o, ọ̀gá wa àṣì ó mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe o, àwọn Dr. Sowa wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe o, Muhammed Kamal wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe o, gbogbo wọn tí wọ́n wà, gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe o. Wọn kàn mú àwọn èèyàn yẹn wọ́n mú àwọn èèyàn jàgàjàgà, àwọn torí wọ́n pé tí wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe, tó jẹ́ pé àwọn gan ni wọ́n mọ iṣẹ́ yẹn dáadáa débi tí ó jẹ́ pé wọ́n lọ wá wọn wá ni, àwọn ni wọ́n bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́. So ẹ ní sùúrù, ẹni sùúrù ló gbà. Tọ́n bá dẹ̀ ti ṣe dáadáa ńkọ́ tí link bá ti ready, a máa rí gbogbo ẹ̀. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́, please be patient. Ẹ ṣeun.
I understood every word of that, actually.
Yeah. I think Anita understood
you need to
everything.
finish it in pidgin.
I know. All right, let's hear from Andy. Andy's rounding up in pidgin now, so the mic is yours, bro. Go ahead.
Well, I understood be patient. Yeah, and that was it.
Yes.
But, I would love 100,000 free customers. Yeah. At the end of the day, everybody that you have a connection to is a customer. And if I could have a connection with 100,000 free customers, I would take it every day of the week. As Fumi said, be patient. I shortened that, obviously, but thanks, guys.
Sure. Thank you, Osuru. At least you heard that one, and then I heard Osuru and patience. Osuru, the patience. So I think we did well. We
Yeah,
understood everything.
sùúrù means patience in my language. Sùúrù, patience.
Good, I got it. I think I can learn quick. So thank you. I hope I'm not missing out. Gideon is gone. Sister Gladys is gone. So guys, something happened earlier on. Myself and Sister Gladys and somebody else were kicked out. You know, so what I say these days is let's enjoy this mess while it lasts, because anytime soon this is all going history. Our children will only read it in books that once upon a time there used to be video conferencing platforms that would keep out us like that, because what we are bringing nobody has ever seen. So I just want to appreciate you all for joining. We thank you all for all the wonderful contributions. They definitely go a long way, because that's just the way we join here or meet here as a team to educate our people, both brand ambassadors and potential user customers and whoever visits us. So we are coming back again really soon. And of course, team, you did wonderfully well, just as usual. Thank you and much love. Thanks so much. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you.